This wife accompanied her cancer-stricken husband to the city for medical treatment. Unfamiliar with how hospitals work, they were met with eye rolls and harsh words from the nurses. The embarrassment and helplessness on his wife's face were almost unbearable for Liang Quanji to witness. He'd been through 24 rounds of chemo already, but this moment hurt more than any of them. Throughout the day, incidents like this kept happening. His wife, Gisun, didn't know you had to take a number before entering the examination room, so a nurse kicked her out. When she tried to write down the doctor's instructions, he snapped at her impatiently. She couldn't tell the difference between the registration window and the payment window, and got humiliated by the staff. Liang Quanji had been watching all of this unfold. Finally, he couldn't take it anymore and exploded, getting into a heated argument with one of the nurses. Just then, their daughter Meiju arrived.
뭐가 바빠서? 뭐가 그렇게 바빠? 병원 올 땐 꼭 같이 와, 꼭! 그건 이제 규칙이야. 규칙!
Sun was worried Meiju might be angry at her father. She explained that it was the illness making him act this way. But Meiju wasn't angry at all. She knew that while she might be number one in her dad's heart, her mom was the most important person to him. While mother and daughter were talking, Liang Quanji's gaze drifted to an elderly man in the corner, alone and there to see a doctor. The old man's eyes were filled with helplessness and confusion. It made Liang Quanji think of Aisun. If he died, what would happen to her on her own? That evening, Meiju arranged a private room for Liang Quanji. He specifically asked Meiju to stay with him. He told her about Aisun's past and how much he felt he owed them both. They talked from nightfall until dawn. Liang Quanji wanted Meiju to promise she'd take good care of her mother. If one day he was gone, Meiju had to personally bring her mom to medical appointments. He didn't want Aisun to be alone. Meiju broke down crying. That's when she finally understood. The hardest moment in life is saying goodbye. In the end, Liang Quanji gave up treatment and returned home. He knew he didn't have much time left and wanted to spend his final days at home. That night, Liang Quanji brought up the 3 promises he'd never been able to fulfill for Aisun: going to college, visiting Seoul, and becoming a poet. He was so happy that Aisun had started writing poetry again, and he promised that in the next life, he'd help her fulfill countless dreams. Sun sobbed uncontrollably after hearing this. She couldn't even imagine life without Liang Quanji. Liang Quanji comforted his crying wife one last time. Ever since they were kids, Liang Quanji had always been by Aisun's side. Whenever she cried, he'd pat her back to comfort her, but no miracle came. Liang Quanji's condition deteriorated rapidly. He was rushed back to the hospital and taken into the ICU. Liang Quanji had spent his entire life protecting Aisun, giving her endless warmth. For the first time in his life, he slept in, but this time, he fell asleep forever. Liang Quanji was the first to go. Aisun was devastated, but Liang Quanji's love hadn't disappeared. When Aisun opened a drawer by chance, she found it filled with brand new hair clips. These were what Liang Quanji hoped would keep Aisun company in his place for the rest of her life. Liang Quanji had also fixed the door lock. He'd moved everything from the upper shelves of the cabinets down to the lower ones. Worried about leaks when it rained, he'd sealed the windows in advance. Meiju also received a bank book her father had left for her. It contained all the money Meiju had sent home during her time studying abroad. Liang Quanji had saved every penny for her. Finally, Aisun's poetry collection was published. It was filled entirely with memories of the years gone by.